So, my God, my shirt. First of all, I will be holding a poll on my channel next week. Um, for what kind of content you guys would like. Also, if you know, I don't know how to turn comments on, so please message me if you have any tips, tricks, And this will be part 2, chapter 2 of Blood in the Water. That's all. I did this faster because I did it the first time and I didn't know I could pause the videos and deleted it. Yeah. Chapter 2. Oh yeah, and if I'm talking too quietly, please message me. Chapter 2. The giant boat rocks and sways, water splashing along the side. Seagulls fly above in a cloudless blue sky, the wind carrying the scent of seawater. I'd enjoy the view, but I'm too busy trying not to throw up again. All while London Watson's face is turned up in disgust beside me. Have you, never been on a ferry before? London has on a light pink hoodie, denim shorts, white sneakers, and her long black hair is pulled into a tight ponytail. She's my age, but only one of us is wearing lip gloss and blush that looks too bright for her brown face. I've been on the Staten Island ferry once with Dad. He called it a day cruise to see the Statue of Liberty, but this ferry is different. We're sailing across an ocean of rough waters, away from civilization, or that's how it seems. When Mr. Watson pulled up to the port in Massachusetts, there were already dozens of people ready to take the 45-minute steamship ride to Martha's Vineyard. Cars lined up in a row to drive into the undercarriage. I've never been on a boat before that had cars on it. Some people had their vehicles packed with stuff, as if they were planning on living on the island for a while. I guess that makes sense. Grandma did say the Watsons spend their entire summers on the vineyard from Memorial Day to late September. Once on board, we jumped out of the car and went up to the top deck. Took our seats at the front of the ship, known as the bow. I was excited until the boat started moving and my peanut butter and jelly sandwich found its way up my throat and onto my shirt. Couldn't believe I barfed in front of everyone, and no nurse's office to hide in until my mom came and picked me up. Yep, it happens to the best of us, Mr. Watson had said with a chuckle after handing me a bottle of water and some napkins. At least you don't get car sick. London didn't say anything at first, only glared in disgust while inching away from me. I don't blame her, but throwing up is nasty. She could have at least given me a towel or something. Full disclaimer, Naruto shirt, don't watch Naruto. Mr. Watson recognized a couple from the island and walked inside to chat with them. I leaned my head back, letting the cool breeze hit my face. My stomach is twisting, my head is spinning, and my skin is sticky with sweat as the boat bounces off the waves. How much longer? I groan, covering my mouth with one hand, gripping the seat in front of me with the other. London stares at my white knuckles with a frown. So, you've never been to the vineyard before either? She says, shaking her head. Oh my God, we go to the vineyard every summer. So do a bunch of my friends from school. Have you ever left Brooklyn your entire life? God, what am I saying? Of course you haven't. London's clearly the type of girl who asks questions that she really wants to answer herself. Mom was kind of right. London and I were friends at one point. We played together a bunch of times when we were 5, for her parents whisked her off to some fancy house in Connecticut. Then, well, never heard from her again. Why leave Brooklyn when we're in the coolest place to be, I croaked out. Yeah, I know it's a whack comeback, but in my condition, lucky I came up with anything to say. A glance over at London's big sister, Casey. She's sitting a few seats away as if being near us would be embarrassing. Eyes hidden behind dark shades, she yawns, pulling up her gray hoodie over her dark curly hair. A boy walks by, staring at Cassie, damn near tripping over himself. Cassie gives him an unimpressed, blank expression and turns back to the sea. I watch London peep the entire conversation. She swallows, taller, and breaks out her own pair of sunglasses. Hold on, I am just getting into chapter 3. Cassie didn't say more than 10 words the whole car ride to the port, while London chatted away with Mr. Watson. Cassie doesn't seem like a talker. Mom would call her one of those depressed about nothing teenagers. Beautiful tan skin, big eyes, tall skinny legs, 4 years older than us. But London could be her younger clone. Bet London would love hearing that. Shark! Someone hollers. I freeze like my body turned into a block of ice. All heads snap to the left. A woman is stretching herself nearly overboard to take a look at the water. She points wildly with one hand, holding her sun hat with the other. Shark, right there! Ugh, not again. One of the stewards behind us grumbles as the crowd gathers, peering down below. Shark, I manage to whisper, but no one hears me. We're far from civilization that we're that far away from civilization that we're being hunted by sharks. London and Cassie jump up to join the rest of the ship, searching the waters. I don't see anything, someone says. The fin came up over there, the woman in the hat insists. Only sharks I've seen were at the aquarium, and those were lazy things. Didn't even look like they could chase a goldfish, but out here, sharks are killing machines of the sea. And we're next on this one's list. I think I'm gonna be sick again. An old couple in the front turns and giggles. Didn't realize I said that out loud. Oh, there it is, I hear someone shout. Oh, there it is, I hear someone shout. I start to stand and join the others, but I'm too dizzy to take a step. Now, I don't want to look all shook in front of London. I want to seem cool and brave. Show that I'm a kid from BK. Nothing scares me. But sharks, I have my limits. Still, I manage to stay on my feet and shift closer to the rail. In the distance, I spot a slick gray fin peeking out of the water, as if slicing it open. I stagger backwards, tripping over a seat, holding a scream. Maybe we should call and warn the beaches, a woman shouts. I don't see anything, someone else calls. How could he miss it? Nothing to worry about, folks, the young steward announces, cupping hands around his mouth to make his voice carry. That's a basking shark, lambs of the sea. They're harmless and stay very far away from shore. They don't care about humans. Everyone's safe. Excitement dies down as people return to their seats. London plops down beside me. I thought it was a real shark, she pouts. I don't think that shark would be down with you clowning it. London rolls her eyes, so much for my attempt at a joke. The boat jerks to the right and my stomach tries to jump overboard. Maybe I need a distraction. I reach into my bag to grab my study notes, then hesitate. What if London sees and starts asking questions? What if she tells her grandparents? Who asked my mom about it? How would I explain? I stuff the notes deeper into my bag and grab my iPod, entangling the headset. I'll have to study when no one's around. Maybe find a library on the island. What the hell is that? London London's question pulls me out of my thoughts. My music player, I say, wondering how a fancy pants girl like her wouldn't recognize it. Here. An iPod? When'd you pick that up? The 1980s? My neck feels hot and it's not from the sun. It's that same feeling when the kids at school asked about Dad. So you don't have an iPhone? She asks. No, I don't have a cell phone. I mean, yet. Ugh. So, how are you gonna text all your friends? I hope you don't expect to borrow my phone all summer, 'cause I'll be tied up. No real friends to text, I want to say. Any friends I had are long gone. The only person I really talk to is my mom and dad. Mom promised to give him the number to the Watson's house so he can call, but what if he calls while I'm out? Will he still reach me? London is staring at my headphones as if she's never seen wires before in her life. Do you want to try them or something? I asked. You know. What are you listening to on that thing? Anyways, Beethoven? Sorry? You might hear my, mom shouting in the background, 'cause she was asking me for something. Let's continue. You know. What are you listening to on that thing anyways? Beethoven? J-Rock, I say proudly. Ew, J-Rock? That's so old school. Suddenly, my seasickness lifts, and I'm back to my old self. 'Cause there's no way I'm gonna let anybody talk about J-Rock like that. You out of your mind. He came out with a new album 2 months ago. He's going on tour this summer. He has more hits than any rapper alive. Yeah. He's old and whack. I almost fall out of my seat. No, he's not. He's the greatest rapper of all time. No one listens to him anymore. I do. My dad does. So do a lot of other people. Well, that explains a lot. Steam rises in my throat. What's that supposed to mean? She smirks as if proud of herself. It means London. Cassie's voice startles us both. She uses it so little that it's hard to ignore. Don't, Cassie says without glaring at us. Without moving an inch. You remember what Mom said, so just don't. London swallows whatever poison she had on her tongue with a grimace. It must taste like vomit. But I'm not ready to drop the conversation. How could she call J-Rock old and a whack? Does she have any idea how he's changed the game of hip-hop? Does she even listen to music or just that mumble rap stuff that my cousins love? Before I can say another word, the steamship whistle blows. Up ahead, land is on the horizon, moving closer. As everyone begins gathering their things, I take a quick peek over the side of the boat. Into the dark blue waters, I think back to what the steward said, knowing the truth. Sharks are never harmless. And that was chapter 2. It might be slightly shorter than chapter 1, but with how much I'm talking, it might be a bit longer. And you might hear my mom in the background. Okay, love y'all. Bye! I might be doing a double upload of reading the prologue, which is pretty short. I might not even do it. Drop a like if you want the prologue. If we get to 5, I will do the prologue.